Right, my friends, bit of a different video for you today because we're actually in Jersey and I'm at the Jersey War Tunnels, which is right behind me here, and you're actually resting on a German tank, which I'm told is not a real one. Is it a real one? It's not a real one, but I'll show it you anyway. What's it called? Oh my word! Easy jet. So, 1 second. I've actually got 4 tickets today because we've got Anthony, we've got Dan and we've got David with me as well. And what they do give you actually is an ID card here, an identity card. And these are actually, this is quite interesting because these are copies of real ID cards, which you can see now actually on screen. And these are actually people who were they prisoners?
Yeah.
These were actually real prisoners back in
Jersey residents.
Jersey residents
Yeah.
that were prisoners.
So they were either arrested or executed for something they'd done wrong.
So they're either arrested or executed for something they've done wrong. So there we go. I actually quite like these. These are really good. So there you go. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, it's something a little bit different. So do give us a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button for notifications. Now, without further ado, my friends, come in, David. Say it. Say it.
I forgot.
Let's
go.
Right, my friends, let's enter into the tunnels. Shh, it's electric. Got your headset ready?
Yep.
You're going to do a bit of commentary for the video?
I can do, yeah.
Wonderful. David can be the commentator then, because I haven't got my headset. I'm filming. Wow, look at this. So that is a water tank. Now at the side of it, just look here, you can see through the tunnel, and I believe a German helmet. Right, David?
Yeah.
London,
London,
Jersey, and Berlin.
Berlin.
That's cold down here.
Yeah, I think it's a constant temperature. So these are really the entrance to the tunnels, and the bit that we've just gone through is looking at the different time zones, and this represents before the occupation of the Germans.
Who's that, David?
I think it's Adolf Hitler, but I know what you wanted me to say.
I know what I wanted you to say.
I know what you wanted me to say. Some bloke that's got a car company in America.
Oh, we're not saying what it is. An electric car.
Yeah, it's begins with T, I think.
I don't know whether you can see me, but it is extremely cold in here now, and you can imagine back in the day, I don't think it would have been quite as welcoming as they've made it now. It's a little bit, I mean, it's not exactly welcoming, but you know what I mean. I can't imagine it would be painted, and if you're here as a prisoner. Anyway, let's keep moving. So was this the prisoners then?
No, it was built by the Germans for, it was a fortification. And they built, I think we get to see a hospital a bit later on, but it was built by prisoners of war that they brought over from France and Germany, slave labour, and they built this whole facility.
For the Germans?
for the Germans, yeah.
Look at this tunnel. It goes for miles. That is unbelievable. Wow. Honestly, this is sending not just the cold, it's sending shivers and making the hair stand up on the back of my neck. Because it says here, my mother and her 4-month-old baby were put on a cement boat with a couple of hundred other people, and they were all crushed on the cement boat, and it took them 15 hours to get to England. You really do not, you can't begin to comprehend it at all. This way. This is phenomenal. It just goes on and on and on. So,
Pretty impressive, isn't it?
so the prisoners built these tunnels.
Forced slave labour prisons.
Grief. It's unbelievable. Let's take a look in here.
Right.
Look at this.
Guten Tag.
Wow.
Good day.
Machine gun on the bike. There's a machine gun on the bike. That is insane. Sure about that saddle though. And then if you come this way, we've got the classic, this is German Triumph motorcycle. Triumph began production of the motorcycles in 1903. Honestly, this is phenomenal. You need to come and experience this yourself. That's it's making the hair stand up on my arm. Let's take a look around. Right, let's keep walking through these tunnels. Oh, it's chilly. So now, this is the boiler room, which is the boiler room provided hot water and a central heating system, and for sterilising the surgical instruments. So let's take a look at the boiler room. So this is the old boiler room, and then right here, this is the escape shaft. And if you look in the concrete, you can actually see they're the prisoners' footprints who actually built it. Just have a look at this. That is a footprint, an actual footprint, look, of a prisoner that built it. That's crazy. They've actually closed it off now, but that is mad. That is amazing. That is really amazing. It's like I'm touching history there. This is phenomenal. You've got to come and visit this place. Right, let's keep walking down these corridors, these tunnels.
You've seen the boards on the floor that have the drainage.
What's the drop, is it?
So under here, the water is still draining out to this day. That's what the water.
There's water under there.
There is, yeah. And you can just smell that dankness in the air.
So through here, this is the surgery. Don't get it mixed up with Kingsmill in Mansfield. It's not. This is, look at that. That looks frightening. looks scary, doesn't it? You mean,
Yeah, it's 1940s, isn't it?
so they put you on there, turn the things. It looks. I mean, if I was brought in here, I'd be terrified with that. That's just real. Good grief. I think. Oh, yeah. Let's move on. I'm guessing they're stretchers. Look at this. Bread rationing, 1943. So, just here, look, it says here, this is quite interesting. When there were no rubber bicycle tyres, alternatives were made from garden hose pipes. Now this is quite close to my heart actually, because my mother was a seamstress and she was in World War II as well. And it says here, these clothes, new clothes, are actually cut from old curtains. Right, so we're now in the air raid shelter in here, and you can see some of the items in here as well. It's all that medical stuff. Boots there, look. Nottingham. Wound dressing.
I think there's a raid on Lee.
I think there is. You can come in here and you'd be safe from the bombs. You know what? We're all doomed.
They don't like it up them.
I bet they got better signals than Free Mobile. With that noise is quite scary.
Yeah, it's actually coming from the air raid.
They would have heard that though, wouldn't they?
Yep.
That's hard to believe, isn't it? The Jersey girls here went out with the German soldiers.
It happened in France as well, didn't it?
And had them as boyfriends.
Yeah, and at the end of the war, I think they paid a price for that.
Did they?
Yeah.
Just look at these old projectors here.
So, just a few minutes ago, we were looking at letters that the inhabitants could send to the commandant, the German commandant of Jersey, and inform on their neighbours. There's quite some interesting stories. And then this one's interesting, that that some of the post office workers, it appears, used to steam open the letters before they got to the commandant, and then warn the people that were hiding prisoners, and so they got 24 hours notice. Quite informative and certainly thought-provoking.
So you wouldn't know who to trust.
No, and that's what this section's all about.
looking at here, David?
So these are the individual stories from the ID cards that we looked at the beginning. They're all given an ID card, and again, some quite moving stories.
Let's have a look through here as you're going back outside the tunnels. Wow. Are they the actual propellers?
I think they are. I mean, how incredible.
That's absolutely crazy. I'm going to have to touch history here. There we go. The propellers you see before you are on loan from Jersey Heritage. They were discovered 75 feet down on the seabed by a local diver. Wow. There we go, 25% conscripted or forced labourers. French, if we can zoom in on that for you, see if we can do it. French, Belgian and Dutch workers were rounded up in the occupied territories to fulfil their labour quotas. And then 40%, let me zoom in on this, sorry about the bad camera work there, 40% slave workers rounded up in Russia and the Ukraine and Poland. They included prisoners of wars, boys as young as 14-year-old, and men too, have been conscripted. And 25% other nationalities, including several thousand Spanish Republicans and large numbers of French and North African prisoners of wars. 10% private contractors, German and French civilian building firms worked on the island's fortifications and recruited their own workers, often from the local population. That's cool. When that fell, you actually felt the wind.
Yeah.
Something blew onto you as if like from the
Amazing.
rockfall.
Absolutely
That
amazing.
was this is the unfinished tunnel. Just look at all the old radios here and the phones. And that is a Luger. I had a replica toy one of them as a child. That's how I know that. What's that, David?
So that's an original Enigma machine. It was a code machine that the Germans developed, and it was virtually unbreakable. If you have a look at there, it got 3 wheels. In the end, I think they finished it with 5 wheels. Very, very valuable piece of machinery. If you look how well it's built, typical German engineering. And we only managed to break the code because some very brave sailors recovered a code book from a sinking submarine.
Wow.
Just look at on here the wheels. Look at that. You know, that's 1940s technology.
Better than some of the engineering we get now.
Yeah.
That is actually quite spooky. You've got the German soldier here. It's quite haunting. I want to sing. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler?
You stupid boy.
Churchill said, "Let's off."
Oh yeah, because when we invaded France via Normandy, and we looked at the beaches earlier on in the fight, we went past Jersey, Guernsey and Alderney and left them. They didn't even, the Allies didn't fight for the islands. They just carried on, and that of course left the garrison that built this using the slave labour with no supply lines from France or Germany. So the soldiers, the garrison, had no food. And to the point as well where the garrison wasn't allowed to take food from the inhabitants of the Channel Islands. So yeah, tough times. There's an interesting annotation over here. I'll let you film it and it tells you a bit more about it.
So when we had a session just about a certain end of the day came in, and one minute in the spring. The Red Cross ship arrived and was
That is unfinished tunnels. So David was just saying what we've done is we've walked through like a timeline.
Yeah, and on all the walls there's been little clues, and on the audio headsets there's been a description of what happens, and we're standing here at 2nd of the 5th 35 where Berlin surrendered. The one back there, 30th of the 4th 45, so you know, not that long before this one, Hitler commits. Fascinating place actually.
Yeah, it's like it's just walking through history.
And you can see what happens here. Look, it's all gone bright and jolly.
Down in the street here.
Yeah.
It's down the street where Churchill was.
We may allow ourselves a brief period of rejoicing, but let us not forget for a moment the toil as long as precarious.
This actually makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck. You're actually walking through history. You're now walking to the end here where we won the war. The war was over. You know, everywhere, like David's just said, is lightened up, and it's got the happy music playing there. Land of hope and glory, and then Churchill at the end here. There you go, a very famous picture there, very famous photograph. And there is Queen Elizabeth. Shower block there, that looks could do with a bit of work, that I think. And back into the light. So there you go, the Jersey War Tunnels. Bit of a different video. It's not me eating fish and chips. What's that? Seagull. Seagull. You have seagulls here in Jersey as well.
They do.
and they steal your chips. So there we go, the Jersey War Tunnels. Thank you for watching. Do give us a thumbs up and a like if you enjoyed it. Come and see it for yourself. It is actually, it's quite moving.
It's worthwhile. Absolutely.
It's worthwhile. It's quite moving. Yeah, you can imagine back in the day what it was like. It does make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. So, and it does get you a bit emotional. So thank you for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Think about subscribing. Thanks very much. Great day. I think we're going to get a plane back in the next one.
We are. Yes. Private plane.
A private plane back to England. So
you're going to be late. You're always late.
I'm always late. I'm never on time. It's it's MacMaster. There's time.
Mac time.
It's Mac time. That's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.